Huh. Would you look at that? I made bread. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Toasted. I'm your host, Gabe, and today we're gonna try and make bread. I don't know, we'll see. No promises? Let's do this. So, this is a very simple bread recipe. Not what you call a baker, but we're gonna see how it goes. So, let's do this. So, I was told to try this recipe out by my dad. He said, Gabe, you've gotta try this. This is the easiest bread ever. I thought it wasn't gonna work, but it ended up being fantastic bread. So, if this works, I'm never buying bread from the grocery store ever again, and I am making my own bread. So we'll see how this goes. Now, the interesting thing about bread is it's only supposed to be very, very few ingredients, very few. Obviously, flour is the first one, and then water. Now, in most sourdough recipes, you create what you call a starter, which is just flour and water. And then you let it sit for a few days to build up that bacteria that helps make sourdough. And then the nice thing about this recipe is you don't have to do that, and it's just normal bread. Now, the difference between this bread and the sourdough bread is that people that have gluten restrictions or whatever, they can eat that sourdough bread because of the bacteria that it makes and that it provides for that bread, and it's easier to digest on the stomach and so on and so forth. This bread is just normal bread. So see how we do. So like I said, very simple. First ingredient is bread flour. Now you can also use AP flour, but for the sake of this recipe, we're going all out. Next is instant yeast, salt, and then about 1.5 cups of really warm water. So you want to put this in a large enough bowl so that when it rises, it doesn't billow out over the sides of the bowl and you have bread everywhere. So first, you need 3 cups of bread flour. Now we're going to sift this because I want everything to kind of evenly be incorporated throughout so that the dough mixes properly and that it rises properly. Okay, so we have our bread flour sifted. Now we're going to add our yeast. Okay, you need 2 teaspoons of your instant yeast. Now you need about 2 teaspoons of salt. Now give that a good whisk. Now we're going to add our water. Now this should be a wet, sticky dough, so if you need to add a little bit more water, please add some more water. Just do a little bit at a time. Alright, so this is supposed to be a very sticky dough, and it's very sticky. So now we're going to let this rest for about 2 to 3 hours until it doubles in size. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours, and it looks like we've doubled in size. So, shockingly, we're doing alright so far. So, while I'm kneading this, I have my cast iron Dutch oven in there getting hot. That way, when this goes in it, it helps create steam, which gives it lift. And then once about half hour through cooking, we're going to take the lid off so that we can get that nice crust. But we'll get to that after we get done kneading this. So I got my oven preheating at 450. Let's get this started. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of regular flour on this cutting board. Now you can use a little bit of bread flour, but I'm just using just a little bit to keep it from sticking to the cutting board and make it easier. And then I just take a little bit of flour and rub it on my hands. So let's get this onto here. So all you're doing is folding this. You're not kneading it, you're not doing any of that, you're not pushing any air out, you're just forming gluten strands. And so you're going to do that by folding it over onto itself. Okay? And you're just doing this until it forms a nice ball. Okay, we have our ball. Now we're gonna wait for our cast iron pan, and then we're gonna put this in our Dutch oven. All right, so our timer went off. I'm a little nervous. Let's see how we did. I haven't even taken the lid off, and it already smells amazing. What? Wow. It looks like bread. It feels like bread. Well, we're gonna let this go another 12 minutes uncovered. So, wish me luck. All right, now it's time for the moment of truth. Wow. I think I just made bread. So, we're gonna let this cool for about 15 minutes. Otherwise, it's still gonna be gummy inside and everything else. So we're gonna let this continue to cook, let it rest for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna see if we made bread or not. So, I can't believe it, but I think I just made bread. I'm not sure. I'm confused, I'm conflicted, I'm excited. All right, enough about me talking about it. Let's cut into it, let's see how I did. Ooh, it's got a nice crust. It's very hot bread, but I made bread. Yeah, it looks like bread. It smells like bread. It smells like bread you'd get at an Italian joint. Wow. I'm impressed. If I do say so myself. Like, look at that. Like, I don't bake to save my life. And I can't bake to save my life. But this right here is a 4-ingredient loaf of bread. I am mind blown. Let's try it out. All right, let's see how this turned out. Man, it's got a beautiful crust. Man, that Dutch oven really, I mean, look at how soft that is. Wow. I'm at a loss for words, guys. Cheers. Wow. I made restaurant quality bread with 4 ingredients. What in the world? Holy cow. Wow. This is amazing. I'm never buying bread from the store ever again. This was the easiest, simplest, tastiest bread I've had in a long time. And I like bread, okay? I like my bread. I know what I'm talking about. I promise. Wow. Huh. My mind is blown. Well, with this, make some mean olive oil dip. That would taste fantastic with this. Make sandwiches out of this. You can make all sorts of things out of this. My mind is blown. Now, I probably could have let it rest a little bit longer. But I'm genuinely impressed. Wow. I'm shocked. Well, you heard it here. I can make bread. So if I can make bread, then you definitely can make bread. And I'm 100% positive of that. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so that you can see more amazing feats that I've conquered. And go ahead and comment, see what else I should make and blow everybody's mind with. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.